A young girl's little dark brown ringlets bounce as she plays hopscotch on her own. Her deep green eyes shine as she hops to the number 7. She's a very quiet, shy girl who doesn't have many friends except Jane, who wasn't at school today. The buzzer sounds and the teacher calls Shelby back to class. She picks up her little pink backpack and heads to class, only to listen to the teacher ramble about addition and spelling words. Shelby watches the clock, waiting for it to strike 3 o'clock and make the long, treacherous walk to the place she should be able to call home. But it's not a home, it's a nightmare. She walks up the steps to the dirty house, opens the door, rushes to her room to grab her purple teddy bear. Her parents are not home yet, so she turns the TV on and watches Tom and Jerry until they come back from wherever they've gone. She giggles as Jerry hits Tom on the head with a hammer. And then all of a sudden, the door swings open and is slammed back. Her parents are fighting again. The screaming match starts in the kitchen and spreads like wildfire throughout the house. Shelby holds on to the teddy bear tightly and hides under the blanket on the couch. She begins to cry as the yelling gets louder. Then she hears a loud smack, and her mom falls to the floor with a thud. Her mom's boyfriend rushes into the living room and starts to yell at her about how she didn't ask to watch the TV and she needed to start doing more chores. He was drunk as usual, and her mom was strung out on cocaine and couldn't get up from the fall. Shelby runs down the hallway to her room to hide, and her mom's boyfriend follows her. She locks the door and runs into the closet. He constantly beats on the door until he finally opens it and tears the little girl from her safety. He punches her in the face, leaving a black eye, and she becomes unconscious. Shelby wakes up from sleep and hears her mother crying in the hallway on the floor. She goes and hugs her mom, but she gets shoved away and told not to bother her. The boyfriend has packed his things and left them alone in the house. She knows he'll be back tonight because her mom can't go without the drugs. Shelby decides to run away and never come back. She picks up a few clothes and her teddy bear, running down the street to find anyone, who would be a better parent to her than her own mother. She stops at a street corner and sits down, waiting for someone to find her. Her teacher, Miss Stacy, drives by and asks her why she is not at home. Shelby tells her teacher that she has run away and wants a new family. Miss Stacy notices the black eye and decides to call the police. The police go to the little girl's home and arrest the couple for domestic violence and drugs, but they said they have to put Shelby in a foster home since she has no relatives. Miss Stacy decides to keep Shelby instead. Once at her new house, Shelby sees all the fine furniture and nice things that Miss Stacy has and wonders why her own mother never gave her those kind of luxuries. She begins to tear up and makes a vow to never bring any harm to her children and to give them the good life. A few days passed, then weeks, and months began to drift, and Shelby still didn't hear anything from her own mother. Miss Stacy tells her that everything will be okay and that she has nothing to worry about. Finally, while Miss Stacy and Shelby were eating dinner, the news on the TV had a breaking story. A woman committed suicide in her jail cell and left a note for her daughter. The note said, "My dearest child, I didn't think that we would ever be separate. When you were born, I told myself you were the loveliest thing I'd ever seen, and I would only protect you, but I failed as a mother to keep that promise. And now I sit here every day, thinking about what I should have done. I shouldn't have lost sight of what was important, you. I should have stayed away from the bad influences in society and kept my duty as a mother. I let my pride and my rebellious attitude corrupt me, and I let you down. Don't follow my footsteps, and always be a good girl. Mommy will always love you." Shelby listened to the words being read out of the TV and felt a warm tear roll down her cold cheek.